Now we are going to start the poem The Spider and the Fly. Okay, this is very simple poem, but it is also giving a great impact of today's life, that how we people, or how especially females, are facing many problems in life and they are not knowing about it. Okay, so here The Spider and the Fly by the poet Mary Howitt. Here it is a kind of fable. Fable, you know, a story like what you study in like childhood times in your class UKG first and all, a story which is giving a moral impact. So that is known as fable, a very simple story that gives a moral impact. But basically this is a poem, not a story. But this is a form, when you are going through it, you will see that is just depicting a story. That is a story of a spider. Spider is here personified as he, his and him. Spider we are considering as a male person, and fly we are considering or personifying as female, like she or her. Okay, that words are used for them. For spider, he, him and his, and for fly, she and her. And second thing, this complete poem acts as a metaphor. Metaphor, you know, these are the figure of speech. Metaphor that is used for comparing. Okay, so here this complete poem is a metaphor. It means spider and fly is not telling about themselves. Or the poet is not telling what is a spider, what is a fly. The poet is telling how the males behave in the society, what is their intention in the society, and how the females, they are very sweet, innocent and all, and how they comes under the capture, under the authority of the males. That is the basic thing what it is being telling in a very poetic form, in a rhythm. This poem goes on. So let us start this. The Spider and the Fly. Will you walk into my parlor? Said the spider to the fly. Now spider is asking to the fly, will you walk into my parlor? Here parlor is what? Not beauty parlor. Here parlor is drawing room. Like we usually call it parlor, where the guest come and sit. So the spider is telling the fly, will you come to my parlor? Will you come to my guest room, drawing room? 'Tis the prettiest little parlor that ever you did spy. The spider said, this is the very prettiest parlor, very beautiful parlor. You would have never seen this kind of parlor. So come to my little parlor. It's very beautiful. Come inside. The way into my parlor is up a winding stair. He says, when you reach to my parlor, it is not so simple. You have to wind it. Like spider, you know, no, they make what? Web, co-web. So he said, you have to come to my parlor through a stair. There is a stair that you have to cross and come. And I have many pretty things to show when you are there. Means I have many things, many strange things to show you if you come to my parlor. Oh, no, no, said the little fly. Now, little fly means a female is here. Female, usually, first of all, what the females do? They deny. Because the spider is a stranger to her. So she denied. She said, no, no. Said the little fly, to ask me is in vain. She said, asking me this question to come to your parlor is useless. I am not going to come. For who goes up your winding stair can never come down again. She said, I heard it. Whoever goes to your stair, to your parlor, they never return back. It means the first thing that is the poet is telling us, that the females are knowing the situation. They know the situation, that this is a strange person. I should not speak to him, or I should not go with him because I don't know him, first thing. Second, you have heard about him. This person will lead you to something distressed. So, knowingly if you go, then you are in capture. But here, first she denies. It means she is aware of the situation. And she denies, no, I will not go, because I know whoever comes to your stair, they never return back. So she is knowing the situation. So here, the first point, the first para, you are seeing the cunning spider. The first para depicts the story of a cunning spider. Okay, the cunning spider who is only, like you can say, luring the fly. Luring means attracting her to come towards him. Now second, I'm sure you must be very dear. Very means tired. He said, I'm sure you are tired with soaring up so high, because you are a fly. You always fly what? High, so you may be tired. Will you rest upon my little bed? Said the spider to the fly. He said, if you may be tired. If you want to take rest, come. I have a little bed. You can take rest. You can sleep there. There are pretty curtains drawn around. The sheets are fine and thin. He said the curtains all are what? Made up of what? Web. He said the curtains are very pretty, very thin, very beautiful. And if you like to rest a while, I will snugly tuck you in. He said, if you are interested to come into my room where the beautiful bed is there, you can come and lie down. If you say, I will take you there in a very comfortable position. Means I will not trouble you, I will carry you very comfortably, and I will make you sit in my bedroom and you can take proper rest. Now see the reply of the fly. What she says? Oh no, no, said the little fly. For I have often heard it said, they never wake again who sleep upon your bed. She says, no, I am not going to come, because I heard whoever comes to your bed, whoever sleeps, they never wake up again, means they die. I know the condition. So I am not going to come to your room. Again, second time the fly denied. Can you follow? First time also she denied. She understood the spider is cunning. Now second time again the spider motivated her. In different way he was trying to motivate her. But second time also the fly denied. So second time you can write here that the spider is yielding. Means trying to convey the fly that come to my room. But again the second time the fly denies to go to the room. Now third, said the cunning spider to the fly, dear friend, what can I do to prove the warm affection I have always felt for you? This way only the friendship begins. First the stranger comes to the life, slowly they will convey and slowly they will give you the hands of friendship. So that you, because they know that females, their heart is what? Very soft, very innocent. They very fast, the female trust others. So they give the hand of friendship. So what he says, dear friend, what can I do to prove the warm affection I have always felt for you? He said, I had a warm affection for you. How to prove it? I have within my pantry. Pantry means the store where the kitchen items and all kept. In my pantry, good store of all that's nice. He said, I have a good store of everything which is good. I am sure you are very welcome. Will you please to take a slice? He said, see, I have a good pantry. I have a good store of things and you are welcome there. You can come, have a slice of anything, whatever you want. Because I have good food to eat. I have good food, you can come and enjoy with me. Again, he tried to convey the fly, giving him the affection, giving him, showing that he really likes her. He has an affection for her. Again the fly. Till now the fly is very confident. She is having confidence on herself. Again she denied. What she said? Oh no, no, said the little fly. Kind sir, that cannot be. I have heard what is in your pantry and I do not wish to see. Again she said, no sir, but kind of you. Now little affection she showed. Little. Now slowly. If a male is coming, oh, you are so beautiful. Your hairs are so good. So somewhere you will feel happy. That is natural. Females have that habit and males know that. Oh, you are so beautiful. What's your eyes? What your hair? And all that. So you will feel little affection. You want to reject also, but somewhere you will say polite word. She rejected, but what she said? Kind sir, the words are kind. I have heard what is in your pantry and I do not wish to see. Again she denied. She said, sir, I have seen what is in your pantry and I don't want to see again. I don't want to go to your pantry. So here what the spider is showing? The words of affection. The words of affection. Now, fourth what he said? Sweet creature, said the spider, you are witty and you are wise. Now, the fourth how he tried to convey her, calling her intelligent. First about just simply said. Second, he made her like you work hard and all. Third, he beautified her. I have affection for you. You are so good. Now, this fourth what he is telling, you are intelligent. You are so witty, you are so clever and you are wise. You are so great, you are wise. How handsome are your gauzy wings? Here handsome meaning is pretty. Don't take the handsome of a male one. Here handsome the spider is considering as a pretty. How pretty are your gauzy wings? Gauzy means light and transparent. Your transparent wings are so pretty. How brilliant are you? Now here what he is doing? Flattering. How brilliant. Yes, how brilliant are your eyes? What he said, your eyes are so brilliant, so beautiful eyes. I have a little looking glass upon my parlor shelf. He said, I have a mirror in my parlor. I have a mirror in my parlor. If you will step in one moment, dear, you shall behold yourself. He said, if you come to my parlor, see yourself in that mirror, you will start adoring yourself. You are so beautiful. Your eyes are so beautiful. You are so clever. You are so intelligent. So come, your gauzy wings. Your beautiful wings, come to my parlor, see in my mirror. I thank you, gentle sir. Now the fly really conveyed. She said, I thank you, gentle sir, she said, for what you are pleased to say. She said, you are pleased to say and I am really thanked for that. And bidding you good morning now, I will call another day. Now this is a kind of a note that I will come again. That is a note what the females give and the males understand now she will return back. Like still you convey, you regret, I will not come, that is direct. But when you are also conveyed like that, okay, I will see. Okay, now like little attitude. Okay, now go, I will see you tomorrow. So this way the fly did and the spider understood she will return back again. So she said, I am bidding you good morning now, I will call another day. Means I will come another day. So here what the spider is doing, here he is giving a flattering words. All flattering words. Flattering words are conveyed here. Now next what he says, the spider turned him round about and went into his den. Now what happened? The spider understood, now fly is set. Now what he said, he turned up, went to his den, for well he knew the silly fly would soon be back again. Now just understand the nature, the mentality. He called the fly what? Silly. He knew that she is silly, she will come back again. So he wove a supple web. So very intricate, very proper web he has made so that he can make the fly to get captured in that. In a little corner sly, very secretly, in the corner he made a web. So that he can plan, whatever he is planning, that will be done properly. And set his table ready to dine upon the fly. Why he wanted the fly? He wanted to eat her up. That is why he was calling her. And he set the table very well that fly will come and I will eat her. Then he came out to his door again and merrily did sing. He knew that the fly is nearby only. He knew that the fly did not go back. She is somewhere near. So he came out and started singing very happily. Come hither, hither, pretty fly, with the pearls and silver wing. He started singing, come to me, pretty fly. Your silver wings are so beautiful. Come to me. Your robes are green and purple. Robes means, this is a butterfly, no? So the robes, that is so colorful, green and purple. There is a crest upon your head. The crest, like a crown on your head. Your eyes are like the diamond bright, but mine are dull as lead. Now what he said, your eyes are so bright and my eyes are so dull like a lead. Now making himself to go down, that I am useless, but you are so beautiful. Beautiful wings, beautiful eyes, beautiful crest, everything. So come to me. That way a beautiful, a very cheerful song is sung so that the fly can come near the spider. So here you can see the spider, he is very confident. Here the confidence of a spider you can see. Now he is fully sure that when I am going to call the fly, she will come to me. So fully confident. Now, alas, alas, how very soon the silly little fly, hearing his willy flattering words, came slowly flirting by. Now what happened? The silly fly heard the flattering words and started coming towards the spider. With buzzing wings, she hung aloft. With the sound, the buzzing sound was there, she came. Then near and nearer drew. She came near to the spider. Before she was far away. The spider couldn't attack. But now she is coming close to the spider. Thinking only of her brilliant eyes and green and purple hue. Thinking only of her crested head. Poor foolish thing. Now the fly was so much motivated, inspired by the spider, that she was only thinking about herself. Oh, I have a beautiful wings. I have a very brilliant eyes. The spider has just inspired me. He just appreciated. So she started thinking of her own beauty and getting close to the spider. At last, up jumped the cunning spider and fiercely held her fast. As she came closer, the spider was near. He jumped and held the fly. He dragged her up his winding stair into his dismal den, within his little parlor, but she never came out again. He took her inside, ate her up, and the fly did not come back again. So this is what you can say, the fatal return of the means. This is the thing of the fly, that she cannot fatal return of the fly. It means she just thinking about her own self. I am beautiful, I am good. She just forgot what was the real intention of the spider, and she went close to the spider, and the spider ate her up. And it means the fly was knowing the truth. In the beginning she said, no, I know whoever comes to your web, whoever comes to your parlor, that doesn't return back, that never returns back. She knew it. Knowingly she went to the spider. It means, it is again telling that females know the situations. They know what is good, what is bad. But when you knowingly do it, then you will be only under trapped. The people will trap you. So it means you have to be very much cautious, alert in your life. Now last, what the poet says. And now, dear little children, who made this story read? Now telling to the readers that when you are reading this story or this poem, to idle, silly, flattering words, I pray you never give heed. Now saying, it's a request. Don't give your ear to the flattering words, because people are there to flatter you, especially male community. They will flatter you, they will beautify you, they will just appreciate you for many things. But you have to keep yourself alert. Listen to them and say, okay, thanks. But not to give any kind of like a thing so that they understand you are under their trap. So you have to keep yourself always alert. Then, unto an evil counselor, close heart and ear and eye. When you are knowing the person is wicked, when the person is cruel, keep your eyes, ears, everything what? Close. Don't open up yourself. Don't be so good to others. Like you are knowing this person is wicked. He will use me. He is just flattering me. So you have to keep yourself open and take a lesson from this tale of the spider and the fly. And the poet is saying, take the lesson from this poem, the spider and the fly, that always keep yourself alert and cautious, so that no one can use you, no one can trap you, or no one can utilize your goodness for their benefit. So that is the poet only wants to give a real teaching to you all, that you have to be, don't be silly like a fly. Fly was knowing, she was intelligent actually, she was knowing the thing, but knowingly she went into the trap, because for a little time her mindset was changed, taking when the spider was flattering her, beautifying her, she became close to the spider, and she thought, he is a good person, he is a good one, and he will take care of me, he will give me food, he will give me everything, and she went near to the spider. So this way the poem ends telling or giving a lesson to the readers how you have to behave or how you have to act in your life. Is it clear? So this parlor is also the metaphor, like this parlor word what is used. This is also the metaphor used for web. Metaphor for web. And second what word has come, web. That is a metaphor for trap. Where you have seen the word parlor, this is for the web, spider web, and where you have seen the written word web, that is a metaphor for trap. You want to trap the fly. This much clear?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Thank you.